Hello stock traders, I hope all of you are having a fine morning. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about a possible epic short squeeze that could be happening across the market. I'm also going to give you two stock picks of different stocks that I like. I have different reasons for why I like them, and we're going to cover those things, so you will want to stay till the end of the video. But before I get going, if you could do me a favor, please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, if you haven't done so before, please subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so you don't miss out on any new video. I do have a Patreon group. I have a link in the description down below. If you want my insider picks and the different stocks that I am alerting to each and every day at the moment when I alert to them, then you will want to make sure and be at least a member of that basic membership. We do have standard and premium memberships available if you are a more serious trader and want to take this thing to the next level. All right, well, let's get talking about different things. Let's start by talking about the overall market. And today, Jerome Powell kind of hinted at being softer and possibly even lowering or pulling back from interest rate hikes going forward. This immediately sent the market upwards. And so let's talk and take a look at these different things that are going on. Also, the available gaps. This is on the SPY ETF, ticker symbol SPY. Okay, so the very first thing that you notice as you are looking up here, I have this gap that's up here. And so this is an obvious level of continuation that we could see. And it goes all the way from $408 to $410. And so this open gap here is a zone I would expect us to come up to and to hit now that we've had that positive news. Now there's two different scenarios that we can get there. One is we can just shoot up there and tomorrow and maybe even be there. So at the time when you're watching this video, that'll be something to watch for. The other thing is we could come back down, retest this previous gap top here at 400 and then bounce upwards. And so that appears to be what's starting to happen here in pre-market. This is a very bullish sign. Most likely we will come off this level and continue to shoot upwards. There are so many people bearish in the market that this little nugget of news could send this market going crazy. It doesn't make sense for the S&P 500, in my opinion, to be below 400. And you can see here that we are having a bullish trend. So we are just about to have the 13 EMA past the 48 EMA. And you can see here that the 48 EMA has been a very important level. Now we're way up above it. We bounced off it big time. And so expecting this continuation to happen, and even possible even that a full bull trend will enter and start going. Now we do have these open gaps down below, which I don't think we're going to fill anytime soon, especially with the news today. That's between 381 down to 378. There's some other bears, if you like bearish targets, here's some other targets, but I just don't think we're going to hit those anytime soon. We should, with commodity prices going down, certain different other factors, I am expecting a lower CPI report. I obviously don't know what's going to happen in that CPI report, but I think a lot of investors are expecting us to finally see a leveling off of inflation. And that, again, paired with this strong demand, that we're not really seeing any kind of pullback, could send this market into a squeeze. Now, there's another target up here. There's an open gap at 435. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. We shall see what happens, but liking this is starting to look like a 5-wave sequence. We have wave 1 here and then wave 2 coming back down and testing perfectly on the 13 EMA and then bouncing upwards here. This could be the start of a wave 3 of an Elliott bullish wave. And so we would have wave 3, then when we have wave 4 pullback, and then wave 5 moving on upwards should be how this impulsive move could happen. So it's really interesting. And in times like this, I would like to load up on stocks. I want to make sure that I'm in stocks that fit my strategies. My number one strategy is trading stocks with significant insider activity. So I have two of those for you today. The very first one I talked about, if you looked at Monday's video, is Rocket Companies, and the CEO and a director continue to load shares and reported an aftermarket on Wednesday, and aftermarket, we had more loading by these two investors, and so they've been buying up shares. Now with interest rates, the interest rate hike kind of announced, Rocket Companies is one that's relatively positioned, that is positioned well to make money when interest rates are higher. Although, of course, there's the concern of demand, but demand, if you listen to Visa's earnings call, they're basically saying demand is not slowing. So, anyone who would know would be the different credit card companies that process those transactions. I would expect Visa is one to have their finger on the pulse of demand in our overall country. And like Rocket Companies, as you can see here, this is the insider buying that's happened here. And this is very, very bullish. So we have the executive CEO here, and he is loading shares multiple days in open market, right around the same amount, each and every day, the 25th, the 26th, and the 27th, all open market transactions. That, of course, is very bullish. And this director here has been loading along with him at the same time. And we have on the 25th, 26th, and 27th, you can see that the amounts don't on the 25th. So we have 954 and 954, 929 and 928. So that is actually kind of bullish that they don't match like that perfectly. And so I like this transaction a lot. I think this is going to be a very good buy. Okay, so the second pick I'm going to talk about, since I already have pulled up the Form 4s here from aftermarket on Wednesday, I want to point out the other stock pick that I think you should take a look at. This is one that I'm going to be buying pretty aggressively. I like this purchase a lot. And this is by United Airlines, ticker symbol UAL. And we have a director here loading multiple days here. Very nice size. We have the 25th and 26th. Very nice size, and expecting this one to really run, especially with market conditions. United Airlines is typically one that runs very nicely with the market, and so expecting this to be a nice run as the director loaded up here. I feel confident in loading up my own shares. Whenever an officer buys shares in their own company, that is a very bullish sign for the company, especially when they use their own money, and especially when it's an open market transaction. These are my favorite things to trade off of, like both of these, for a fantastic move. But let's take a look at the chart of United Airlines. And so we have United Airlines here, and we have this massive gap here. So this is one thing to really watch. Now that we've had the insider activity, this is a really nice gap, and this stock hasn't really moved anywhere yet. So this is the perfect time to get in. I am expecting a nice little bounce. It's interesting that we've had this little downturn here, but expecting this nice little bounce. The first where this gap starts is right at $39. And then where does it end? It ends all the way at 41. So $39 is close to a 10% gain. And then we have 41 that would be right around a 16, 17% gain. So liking this for a nice move here with that gap open. And then beyond that, we have another gap at 45, which would be a fantastic move here. But liking the stock for big moves into the gaps. And then beyond that, all-time highs, 52-week highs, we have at 54. Getting up here, getting up to that level I don't know about, but as far as filling this quick little gap here, I like this for a nice move. Hopefully you can make money with the stock. Please reach out to me in the comment section down below and let me know what you think of these different stock picks. I wish you all the best on the stock market. Let's have a good time making money, and Raythoven out.